All right, we're going to call this meeting together. Today is May 19th, 2020. I want everyone to know that we are following the guidance from our Attorney General for the open public meetings, and there is information on the screen for you to contact us if you would like to. Richard, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Ask the clerk to call roll, please.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
I'm here.
Commissioner District 2, Kevin Shooting.
Here.
Commissioner District 3, Sharon Trask.
I'm here. And moving on to item number 4, correspondence and organizational business.
Clint Didier sent in a letter regarding Governor Inslee's proclamation. Coleman Road residents sent in a copy of a letter sent to Green Diamond. FEMA sent in a letter about the flood insurance rate map for Maggie Lake and Dry Pond. Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent in a liquor license application for both Lake Cushman Grocery and also Burger King. And Carol Lindahl sent in a letter of support for Mason County's variance application for Phase 2.
Great, thank you. And we do have a proclamation. I'll ask Commissioner Schutte to read that, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Proclamation for National Public Works Week of May 17th through May 23rd. Whereas National Public Works Week is celebrated across the country the third week of May every year to call attention to the importance of public works projects, programs, and services in our communities. Whereas the Public Works Department provides many services in our community that are an integral part of our citizens' everyday lives, the support of an understanding and informed citizenry is vital to the efficient operation of the county transportation and utility infrastructure. Whereas safety and comfort of this community greatly depends on these facilities and services, and the quality and effectiveness of these facilities, as well as their planning, design, construction, and maintenance, is vitally dependent upon the dedicated effort and skills of the public works staff. Therefore, be it proclaimed by the Mason County Board of Commissioners, the week of May 17th through 23rd is National Public Works Week, and we commend the dedicated public works staff members who daily contribute through their efforts to make Mason County a safe and comfortable place to reside and visit and conduct work. Dated this 19th day of May 2020, signed the Board of Mason County Commissioners.
Great. Would one of you like to come up to
Fight you for it.
rock, paper, scissors?
That should usually signal the beginning of construction season on our roads, and so as people are out and about, keep our road crew in mind and slow down and give them a break, right?
Right.
Right. Thank you, guys, and please thank everyone out at Public Works for us. You guys do an amazing job.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to item number 5. In response to COVID-19, we're suspending the citizen input at this time. If you do have a comment, please email it. I believe the information is up on the screen. We'll also let you know that you can send it to mdrury, D-R-E-W-R-Y, at co.mason.wa.us. Or you can mail them to the Commissioner's Office at 411 North 5th Street, Shelton, Washington, 98584. You can also call 360-427-9670, extension 419. And during this time, we'll revisit this every time we have a meeting. All right, moving on to item number 6, adoption of the agenda.
Madam Chair, I move adoption of today's agenda as presented.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt the agenda as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the agenda is adopted. Moving on to item number 7.
Madam Chair, I move for approval of the May 4th, 2020 briefing minutes, May 11th, 2020 special meeting minutes as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes for May 4th, 2020 briefing minutes, May 11th, 2020 special meeting minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
And minutes are adopted, or approved. Moving on to item number 8, This is the approval for today's action agenda. Commissioners will read through the items on the action agenda. My goodness. Commissioners or the public can have items removed for a separate vote or discussion. Commissioner Netherland, if you could take item 8.1 through 8.4. I will read 8.5 through 8.9. Commissioner Schutte, if you could do 8.10 through 8.15.
I'd be happy to, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, item number 8.1 reads, approval to have the board execute the resolution for County Road Project CRP 2028 East Agate Road Resurfacing Project, allowing Public Works to advertise, set bid opening date and time, award contract and any change orders. Also approve to authorize the chair to sign all pertinent documents for this project. Item number 8.2, approval to have the board authorize work with Puget Sound and Pacific Railroad on a submittal of the 2020 Railway Highway Crossing Program. This is section 13, application. As well as authorize the county engineer to sign all pertinent documents for the grant, and if awarded, I think it's supposed to provide the 10% local match for the county road fund. Item number 8.3, approval to authorize the Deputy Director of Utilities and Waste Management to sign contract amendment number 1 with South Sound Steel and Recycling to extend existing scrap metal and refrigerator collection services through July 30th, 2022. Item number 8.4, approval of the resolution adopting the updated real property and right-of-way acquisition procedure for public works projects, replacing those found in Resolution 37-19.
Item 8.5, approval of contract amendment number 2 with Kennedy Jinks Consultants Incorporated in the amount of $842,916 to complete final design, secure payments, prepare bid documents, and provide construction services for the Belfair Sewer Extension Phase 2 project. Item 8.6, approval to publish a request for proposals, an RFP, for contracted services to conduct outreach and education and provide participant technical assistance for the grant-funded Building Connections Strengthening Businesses in Mason County project. Item 8.7, approval to renew contract NWR II-2018.1 with Northwest Resources 2 and contract CC 218.1 with Consejo Counseling. Both contracts have a term beginning July 1st, 2020 and ending June 30th, 2021. Item 8.8, approval to create, post, and fill the position of Program Coordinator for Community Family Health Division. Item 8.9, approval of consolidated contracts CLH 18253, Amendment 14 between Mason County Public Health and Washington Department of Health.
Madam Chair, item 8.10, approval of amendment number 1 to contract SWMCL-CP-1921-MACO-SO-00029 between the Washington Department of Ecology and the Mason County Sheriff's Office. Item 8.11, approval to list 5 unsold tax title parcels for sale with Richard Beckman. Item 8.12, approval to set a public hearing for Tuesday, June 16, 2020 at 9:15 a.m. to consider approval of budget supplemental appropriations and amendments to the 2020 budget. Item 8.13, approval of the professional services contract with Olympic Health and Recovery Services. Item 8.14, approval to call for a request for proposals for weapons screening and campus security patrol for the Mason County courts and downtown county buildings. Item 8.15, approval of warrants and treasurer electronic remittances. Claims Clearing Fund warrant numbers 807-2293 through 807-2578 in the amount of $1,099,316.97. Direct Deposit Fund warrant numbers 67626 through 68380 in the amount of $1,515,187.03. Salary Clearing Fund warrant numbers 700-5134 through 700-5192 in the amount of $1,584,015.92. Treasurer electronic remittances $516,885.16. And item 8.16, approval to have the chair sign a letter for the Sheriff's Office grant application to the Walmart Foundation that would be used to purchase items for the MCSO volunteer program. There is no match requirement.
All right, we've read through the action agenda. Does anyone have anything that they would like to be removed for a separate vote or discussion?
Madam Chair, I do not, but I do have some comments when the time comes on two.
All right, good. All right, have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move approval of the action agenda items 8.1 through 8.16 as presented.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve items 8.1 through 8.16 on today's action agenda. All in favor?
Comment?
Oh, any comments?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Madam Chair, I appreciate the time for a second. I want to clarify some things for the public out there. Item number 8.5, approval of the contract amendment number 2 with Kennedy Jenks Consulting Incorporated in the amount of $842,916 to complete the final design, secure permits, prepare a bid document, provide construction services for the Belfair Sewer Extension Phase 2 project. This is not a new debt. That's what's been out there and been put out there on the internet. It is not a new debt. This is actually the finishing and continuation of expenditure of a grant that was provided to us by the state of Washington, and our legislators worked real hard to get that money so that we could design and plan to move forward to connect to the Kitsap County side of the line, hopefully bringing in some new services, new money, so that we can afford to have the system that we have up there. And I just wanted to clarify that, along with another phone call that I had. I actually had two of them, which was odd on this. All item number 8.11, approval to list unsold tax parcels for sale with Richard Beckman. The county only sells property in several ways. There is no properties that are tax properties that are sold without going through either the auction from the treasurer or this commission. Nobody can buy it or get it under the table or anything, because if it's not sold at auction, we have to approve it here because we signed it. So if we didn't sign it, it didn't happen. I just want to clarify that out to people, that they are allowed to buy it at auction, and we have nothing to do with that. And if you think that they got too good of a deal, go and bid for it on the auction, because I agree, they did. When it comes to us, we've been actually really good. We changed things here years ago to where we started listing these properties with a realtor. Before that, it hadn't been done that way. People would throw in a bid on a piece of property, and we just go, okay, even though it was so low. It drove me absolutely crazy. We had different parcels. We had one, somebody came in for, what was it, $285,000 on several different properties, and we almost took it, fought real hard, and finally actually went out and got them to do a non-binding bid for the timber that was on it. We collected $1.28 million off it, and we still have the land and been selling it off. We've changed how we do things. Nobody gets it because they're friends or anything else. It's all done in the public, either through that bid process or through here. And I just wanted to clarify that. So, sorry, Madam
I
Chair.
just even add to that, the contract that we have with Richard Beckman is RFP as well. I mean, so there's another public process that happens for the county to choose who their listing broker is going to be on these, and so there's multiple layers of public review throughout the real estate transaction process. But also, appreciate you bringing up 8.5. I think it's easy to mischaracterize the money that's being spent on that, but we received over the past couple of years $2.5 million in grant money, and so that's what this is, and so I appreciate you providing that clarity.
And thank you to our legislators, because they're the ones that pulled that off for us. So,
Yeah, they worked hard for that.
Mhm.
We appreciate that, for sure. Anyone?
Sorry, Madam Chair. Yeah. Soapbox, I'll put it over there.
Mr. Sheep?
Okay.
Okay, all right. So now, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The action agenda is approved. Thank you guys for keeping me on task. And we have reached, let's move on to item number 9. Other business. Do we have any department heads or electeds that would like to address?
No takers.
Nope. All right. Now let's move on to item number 10, public hearings. We have 3 public hearings scheduled, and in response to the COVID-19, I do not believe that we have received any correspondence on items 10.2 or 10.3. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Item 10.1 is the public hearing to consider the surplus of parcel 42212-51-48008 as an intergovernmental exchange to the Port of Hoodsport for the use as a septic drain field for community restrooms. This item is being removed as of today, or as of, is that right?
Because it's
We
a
have to
hearing.
open the hearing.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
we do have to open
yeah,
it,
and
okay.
then ask for a motion, see
Okay,
what happens with that.
all right, so thank you. We are gonna open up the hearing now. Do we have a motion or discussion?
No problem.
No public? No public?
Yeah. Madam Chair, no motion from me.
No?
So it dies for,
All right, so that hearing is,
it dies for lack of a motion unless you want to make a motion.
I don't. Right, so that hearing has died due to the lack of a motion, right? Okay. Keep me on task here, guys.
You're doing great, Madam Chair.
Thank you. All right, moving on to item number 10.2. This is a public hearing to consider a resolution adopting the amended 2020 annual construction program, and ask staff to come forward.
We'd like to request to add 3 different projects to the annual program and the 6-year program. These are projects that are grant funded. They were not grant funded last year when the budget was approved, so we have to amend them. First one will be East Agate Road, milepost 1.7 to 3.1. That's STP funded project. That's a surface transportation program. The second project is the Harstein Bridge deck repair. That's through bridge preservation. We're going to have funding to come through. We'd like to do the PE work this year and actual construction next year. Third project is the Clear Zone project for safety enhancement money. That's Highway Safety Improvement Program monies. There's several roads that want to do some Clear Zone work for, and then again be PE for this year and construction for next year. And then there's a couple corrections for mileposts for upper and lower local John's culverts. So those are good lessons.
Any questions for staff?
Thank you.
All right, we have had no public comment on this. We'll move to commissioner deliberation or a motion.
Madam Chair, I move for the Board of County Commission to approve and execute the resolution adopting the amended 2020 through 2025 6-year transportation improvement program.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Wait, I'm confused. We're doing 10.1 or 10.2?
2.
10.2?
I withdraw my second. I think it's the wrong
Yep,
motion.
we can pass the
All
read.
right, so now, how about another motion?
Hold on.
Madam Chair, I move the Board of Commissioners approve the executed resolution adopting the amended 2020 annual construction program.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to have the Board of Commissioners approve and execute the resolution adopting the amended 2020 annual construction program. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, it has passed. Moving on to item 10.3. This is a public hearing to consider the adoption of the amended 2020-2025 6-year transportation improvement program, and ask staff to come forward again.
Again, we have to have these on both programs to be able to use the grant funds. So this would again be adding Agate Road, Harstein Bridge, and the Clear Zone projects, and making the adjustments to the milepost on the
Okay. Great. Any questions?
Nope. I got a motion ready now. The pages stuck together, the same projects. So with that being said, Madam Chair, I move that the Board of County Commissioners approve and execute the resolution adopting the amended 2020 through 2025 6-year transportation improvement program as presented.
I will second that again.
We really know what we're doing, trust us.
Or from the government.
Yeah.
We're here to help. The motion is second to have the Board of Commissioners approve and execute the resolution adopting the amended 2020 through 2025 six-year transportation improvement program. All in favor?
Aye.
And it passes. Great. All right, moving on to item number 11. This is for time for the board to go through their calendars. Ask Commissioner Netherland to go first, Commissioner Schutte, and then I will follow up.
Happily, Madam Chair. First, I did many Corona webinars, seminars, and everything else. I attended also our Olympic Regional Clean Air Authority meetings. Forgivable loan webinar, as we're moving through that process of figuring out exactly how we're going to disseminate out the monies that this commission has moved forward through the Enterprise for Equity. Russellwood, we had a great meeting at Russellwood, and I already did in the briefing, but I want to give a very special thank you to our staff who were extremely up on the subject that was being presented to them. I was really impressed all the way down the line from the director, the manager, and to the staff that actually knew that system inside out and some of the things that we go through. So since you're here, I just want to give you a special thank you and a compliment. Economic Development Council, more Corona webinars. We had our briefings. We had a Corona update on the phasing, of which several of us attended coming up. We will have another briefing after this meeting. We have Mason Transit Authority meeting. I may actually drop in on a webinar on the Hood Canal Coordinating Council just to listen and see what's happening. But because we'll both be on there, I probably won't say anything. I'll just be learning. More Corona webinars. I have a meeting of the ARC, meeting with several business owners in connection with what they can and cannot do, especially as we move through the processes. We get a lot of those calls with people that are really curious and they're trying to be prepared. And I appreciate that they're doing it early, because no matter what happens, we're going to have precautions put in place, and they need to have those supplies in order to do it. We're not going to be able to allow them just to open up without certain precautions. We just can't. I wanted to point out that we had listening to John Weisman from the state. He made it fairly clear that for us to be able to move forward with applying the second time, he'd like to see us all have enough tracing employees to cover as many as 15 per 100,000 in population above what we already have. If that becomes the case, and if that becomes an absolute requirement, I know our staff is doing great and that we have plenty of people, but in case he needs them above what we already have, as he had said in that meeting, I myself will volunteer to take the training, and I'll bet you there'll be others electeds that will probably join us, so that we can make sure we have them when the time comes to offer it up, so we don't get put off again. And that's all I have.
Just a couple quick wrap-ups from last week. I believe the three of us were on a webinar with WASAC and the Association of Washington Businesses last week. It was good to hear the business perspective of not just the economic issues that we're facing, but also how businesses are working really hard to be able to prepare to reopen safely and keep their employees and customers safe. So it was a really good update on that side too. At our RIA 14 Watershed Planning Group meeting last week as well. Moving forward this week, Mason with our briefing that's coming up right after this meeting. Also have Mason Transit this afternoon, Hood Canal Coordinating Council, and Mason Thurston BHA meeting later this week as well. And then moving into the Memorial Day weekend, just ask everybody to keep in mind all those that give their lives for our freedom.
Thank you.
That reminds me, Madam Chair, I will be speaking at an event. It's a closed event, but they'll be putting it online at the Port of Allen that they have every year. I forgot, but it's not on my calendar.
Thank you. All right, so later we do have a briefing regarding our steps forward, hopefully. The governor will be on at 11 o'clock. And we have the Mason Transit Board meeting virtually. Tonight, the Shelton School District is going to have a kind of a town hall, and so I'll be listening in on that one. Tomorrow, well, every morning we have our Emergency Operation Command Team meeting. And then also tomorrow, I will be on with the Department of Commerce's guidance on serving unaccompanied homeless youth during this time. So that should be an interesting webinar. Let's see. And then Friday is our weekly WASAC COVID meeting. And then we're back here on Tuesday. Monday is a holiday. Have fun. Stay safe. Go hiking. And I think that's it for the day. Well,
Just a little extra thank you to you, Madam Chair, for representing this commission on a daily basis on that committee. It is nice to make sure that we have representation at all times.
you know, it's an amazing team when you have all our first responders, our business owners, our public works is there. We have, it is in the schools. They're just, I could go on and on and on, but I won't, because they're an amazing team. And Mason County would not be where we're at if we did not have them guiding us and keeping us ahead of threats, I guess.
I can also tell you that the county is much luckier to have you represent us on those videos than to have me. Just wanted to point that out. That was an obvious one.
I
What
don't
was
like
it
cameras.
Mike McGavick said? I have a face for radio.
All right, and on that note,
I move we adjourn, Madam Chair.
Second.
we're adjourned.